episode of Beyond the Scrubs with my co-host Ray Met, and today we have Captain of the Broncos, Daryl Tejeda.
Yes, sir.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So you were the topic of conversation last week.
A lot of conversations about me. Yes, sir.
So let's talk about it. Let's get into it. So
Elephant in the room already?
Elephant in the room. I'm going to get straight to it.
Get it up.
Because people want. This is all we talked about for 3 days. There was a lot of heated debates, conversation, people leaving chats, boxing matches, waivers being signed. This at the commissioner, which I didn't even pay attention because I really don't care what any of them have to say, including you guys. But I just do what's right and move on. So there was a lot of controversy. There was a trade that was submitted to the DDPA that involved your team, involved
the Bucks.
And who was the third team?
That's it.
It was just us two.
So it was the Bucks. So it was Tronky. They were shipping Gary and his Campbell. Was it Campbell?
Chris Campbell, yes.
Chris Campbell. And the Bucks were
Fifi.
receiving Fifi
and Vic Pena.
and Vic Pena.
Yep. Yes, sir.
So why did you back out of the deal?
So essentially that trade was done. With Tronky, he wanted Elvis for Corona. Corona ended up backing out, never said no, that he didn't want 2 tier 6s eventually. So then, the next day I submitted, I told Tronky, you want Fifi and Vic? He says, okay, send it in. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna send it in. This is all happening while I'm speaking to Vinny, so I could trade Chris Campos to Marzullo, which I found out that Vinny had already accepted that trade with Tronky before I even sent him that trade.
Right.
So Marzullo was going to be a Buccaneer.
Okay.
Then, whatever happened, that backed out. Vinny backed out of that trade. He backed out of another trade at like 2 a.m.
Yeah, the 2 a.m. We all woke up to like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, yeah, it was
so
a lot of different messages, but yeah.
I'm looking at a way of getting my team a little faster. Marin, he's not the best player. He's good, at what he can do. So I needed a rusher. Marzullo's speedy. I heard that he could rush. I was okay. Let me trade Campos for Marzullo.
But at what point did Corona tell you, "Hey, don't do that deal. It's not a good deal for you"?
Essentially, Corona never said those exact words, but
he's a lawyer, so he knows how to use his words.
I can't speak for Corona, and I'm not bashing anybody, but so the trade was sent in at around 2:10. Me and Ray Met were looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Essentially, I send that trade in. I tell Corona to make the chat for me.
Uh-huh.
Just because I don't know how to use WhatsApp like that.
Okay.
So then the trade.
We could teach you on the show.
Yeah.
So the trade is sent in, and then after the trade is sent in, he asked me if I would want to do Julio and Fifi straight up.
Dum dum dum.
I rest my case.
So
solved.
If that's doing or not, I don't know if it is. That's not my.
It is. I mean,
it's not. It's not as bad. Like it's not like, and I think he maybe takes the word collusion a lot more serious than what we're trying to say.
Right.
But it is collusion. You found out something through DDPA. That involves
he basically sabotaged the deal.
Right. Basically.
I don't know the extra stuff.
Like I said, I don't think it was as deep. Maybe he was just like, oh shit. Let me try to get Julio out of here.
Right.
And he didn't think it was as deep, but even if it's minimal, it's collusion.
Right. Yeah. And I didn't have that information when I first came out with the first statement because you were kind of like, you didn't want to get involved. And I get it. You're new to the league.
Season.
You don't want to cause any problems, any issues. You don't want to be kicked out of the league. From what I heard, you weren't going to get kicked out.
No.
That's not an offense to be.
That's like
get kicked
the smallest thing that's ever happened.
Yeah. It's actually, believe it or not, this is good for the league. We like the controversy in the league. My partners will tell you that it's great for the league. We get the chat going.
Yeah.
Topic of conversation, so it's good. It's good. It's a good thing for the league. So we weren't never going to thinking about kicking you out, but we do have to protect the integrity of the DDPA. And I got some other information, and we really went through it all. And I had to back up and say, okay, hold on. There's something here.
Yeah.
And that's why we took our time with the DDPA. I told these guys we're going to sit on this to make sure that we make the right decision and not mess this up. And I feel that we made the right decision.
Yeah, I think so too. And it was everybody's knee-jerk reaction.
Right.
When the second trade was submitted, everybody was like, yo, this is weird.
Right.
Yeah.
Immediately. Everybody's like, yo, this is super fishy. Like, why? This guy just backed out of this, supposedly. Well, you hadn't even backed out of it. We went back. We approved it.
So to add more context to it, so at 2:30, David had reached out to me saying, "Yo, I know you're a rookie.
Right.
You don't know the rules like that." Which I had like a thing where I know the first week everyone has to play with you.
So really quick, you're saying something that it keeps like debating back and forth.
Yeah.
Was it David who told you, or was it Corona?
So Corona and David tell me, but
Okay.
David reaches out to me saying, if you're trying to move somebody, because I thought he thought that I was gonna move Gary after I get him. right? Which is a good idea, but essentially I wasn't trying to do that. I was trying to trade Campos. So he reaches out to me and lets me know, hey, look, your trade is on hold until you make a decision. So what did I do? I go and hit up Ace, I hit up Vinny, I hit up people to see if I could get a 13 trade going where I could still keep Gary and give Campos away. And I would have given anybody else away just so I could get Gary, and then I could get somebody that could rush for me.
Right.
So essentially that's what I do. David reaches out to me, lets me know, and then, at 4:30, Raymet accepts the trade. Now, again,
because it was submitted and nobody backed out.
100%. I should have maybe communicated better, but to my understanding, I thought when David says it's on hold, I thought that was a DDPA decision.
Right.
So I didn't think I had to say something. I just thought it was communicated between you.
It had five approvals.
It had 5 votes. Yeah,
yeah that's
why I changed the rule now. As soon as that it gets approved in the DDPA, doesn't matter if the tweet goes out or not by Andres.
Yeah,
it's a lock.
Yeah.
To avoid this.
And
situation.
I wanted it to be worse. I wanted it to be as soon as you submit it.
Yeah, that's it.
It's locked in.
Yeah,
until we're done voting.
Yeah.
Because then you have that back and forth. We're halfway through a vote, and then you have people trying to do stuff in the background and things like that, and it's just makes our job
a lot harder.
Impossible.
And we gotta protect the integrity of the league.
Yeah, I mean, Corona helped me out, and David did too. Corona, he said, "Hey, look, you have to wait a week to trade," and then that's when, and then David hits me up about that. So I'm like, okay, perfect.
Sure.
I don't think it was as malicious as like the chat grew it to be.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to look out.
It was still what it was.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Obviously, the trolls get it. Steady,
Kevin, steady.
But Corona never jumps into that deal unless he knows about what Dario's trying to do.
Bingo.
Bottom line, you never had a conversation with him. Hey, I'm thinking about this. Are you interested in the trade? No, he finds out that you're trying to trade Fifi, and now he gets involved.
Had asked him before,
yeah,
right? If he wanted Julio
Iglesias.
So he asked me about Julio Iglesias. So the thing is that, remember, again, before that trade, for me to get Gary, the day before, I'm trying to find a way where Corona gets Gary, but essentially Corona gets Chris Marin from my team, and he gets Gary, and he gets Chris Campos. And I get Robbie and Julio Iglesias. He knows I want Julio. I really did want Julio. And he knows I'm trying to get rid of Fifi. So he essentially knows that in that trade the day before. And then the next day, he denies it. Or he says, no, he doesn't want to do it.
Until he sees
that I'm about to get
that
Gary.
You submitted a trade.
And then, that's when he tells me, hey, you want Julio straight up for Fifi, which at the end of the day is not a bad trade for me because I get rid of Fifi and I get essentially, a decent rusher, a good rusher and a good player. Me and Fifi were banging heads on offense.
Which we talked about. I told you should have stuck with the Gary Campos trade.
Essentially,
stick it out 1 week.
I just didn't want to go 0-3. I just didn't want to go 0-3. So that's essentially why, I had to back out. But yeah, I mean, if you guys want to add collusion, all that stuff, I leave it up to y'all.
It's
just did what was best for me.
It's by definition.
All right. So I think it's been settled. We moved on.
Yep.
We just need to talk about it. So let's get into
stuff
that matters.
Nobody's boxing.
How's your son doing?
Huh?
Devin.
I knew it, bro. He set you up.
By the way, I think Devin found out you were going to be here, and all of a sudden, because on Friday, he confirmed that he was going to come. I think he found out you were coming and decided to be in Marco Island tonight, that he was going to stay an extra night. And
an extra night.
And I have the receipts, the text receipts to show it. So I might release it on the chat that Devin is avoiding you. So
Devin.
You want to talk about the ass whooping you gave him?
All the respect to Devin, bro. Head of a quarterback. Head
fuck
of a
Devin.
captain.
No, fuck that. Fuck that. This show ain't about respect.
Hey, 2-1 though.
Yeah.
I don't know where he got the 2.
A bad 2-1.
Just because he lost to the Broncos, right?
Don't get me started with your first game. Do not get me started with that first game.
Was it my fault?
Oh, it was bad. God, it was everybody's fault.
Jesus.
It was just a bad game.
I can't even get away with that one.
No. We're not gonna let anything slide here today. So talk about your son, and hopefully he gets you a Father's Day gift.
So I mean, we go 0-2 that day. We're 0-2. We lose to Raymet. 5 players. We lose to Corona. 5 players. I feel like that second game against Raymet was kind of the decision. The decision of DD's different.
It is different.
The Corona game, I feel like maybe if better refs, there's better calls. I got hit in the elbow on a throw. The ball goes in the air. My elbow gets swinged in the air. They don't call that. We end up losing, but you can't blame it on that. But the second game against Remel was an eye opener. He's at corner. I don't take advantage of that. No disrespect. No disrespect.
You're an idiot.
No, no disrespect.
You're an idiot.
But yeah, I mean,
I go at me 100% of the time.
Yeah.
But that game
Until I do something about
so
it.
that was also the game. It's an eye opener, of course, but that's the game where I decide, I have to let go of Fifi,
Right?
Because Fifi wanted the ball that game. So what did I do? That most of that game,
You try to
Fifi,
throw it,
hand it off to Fifi and let him do whatever he wants.
Right.
We essentially only scored one touchdown that game.
Right.
So I was like, okay, look, he wants
Was
the
it
ball.
was it one?
It was
Did
one touchdown.
That one.
Well, that one doesn't
the
count.
controversial one.
Ray Met was in the spot. He pulled his flag before, but they gave us that touchdown.
Sure.
Bad angle.
So yeah, that game was like the hitting point where DD is different.
It is.
It's a different ball game. 5-man is also very different. And you got to take what the defense gives you at that point.
Right.
That's
so
DD,
then,
man. All about matchups.
Yeah. So
I
then
had to learn that the hard way.
So then
We
I
all do.
referee.
Mm-hmm.
I take a break. We take a break, and then we contemplate on what we want to do, how we want to move it, and I say, I'm gonna take the reins. I'm gonna do what I want to do. So then we go against Devin and the Chiefs. They have their 6 people, we have our 6. And that game for me, I was just hitting on all cylinders. The middle of the field was always open. I feel like Andres was good at rushing, and I had to get the ball out quick, but everything essentially opened up for me.
Who was playing the middle?
Jeremy Campbell and Devin.
So you went at them.
I have put Fifi all the way on the side where I knew Georgie had to go get him.
He had to go man up.
So exactly.
Yeah.
So I essentially had Fifi, running darts, getting, stupid plays, and I would attack Vic and Pace.
Nice.
Those were my main guys. So essentially, Jeremy Campbell was guarding Pace, which no knock to Jeremy Campbell, but I feel like Pace is, one of the best players I played against.
Pace is really nice.
Yeah.
We talked about it last time.
Fuck
Yeah.
Pace.
I think he's nice.
So yeah, I mean,
I
I
get
just
fucking chills every time I hear that fucking guy's name.
So yeah, I mean,
Love them ribs.
I attacked
Yeah.
I attacked that. I attacked Pace the whole game, and Vic, Nomar got some plays in there, and we just attacked that, and we put up 4. I only believe they only stopped us once, and it was because I handed off the ball to Fifi. He wanted the ball again. It's no knock. He's a great player. I played against him. He's been on my red zone team.
So he's a
gonna
cancer.
shine.
He's a cancer.
I wouldn't say he's a cancer, but
He's a cancer. Come on.
with me at
He's a cancer.
quarterback.
Come on, man.
I'm
He's a
not very
cancer.
vocal.
We'll see.
with
We'll
a
So you're
quarterback.
saying you lack leadership or he's cancerous?
I'm just not very vocal.
Here's
one
a
or the other.
I got a question for you.
What's up?
Does Fifi pass 1 week with Joan on the Vikings?
100%.
You think so?
Yeah.
So you think he could control him?
I think
Yeah.
he's untouchable.
Yeah.
On
You
the
think he's
Vikings, I think he's untouchable.
Untouchable?
I think Joan's gonna light it up. And
Because the minute he goes asking,
I play him this week.
I mean,
he starts asking for the ball, Joan's going to trade him. I'm
I
telling
don't
you right
think so.
now.
I think he knows his place
There's-
with Joan.
So I
Yeah.
think there's levels of respect.
100%.
Just like when you line up with the Tronkis, the Joans, guys like that.
Don't get me started on Tronky, the
I
dud of the
know,
week.
I know. We'll
Okay,
get
don't
there.
get me started.
We'll get
But
there.
I think he's
We'll get there.
untouchable. I think he's honestly untouchable
Yeah.
on the Vikings just because Joan could use him in very, very different ways. So I feel like it's gonna be interesting. There's a lot of captains that wanted Fifi, so Joan wouldn't get him.
Right, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
There's a
I
lot.
know.
Well,
I know. Essentially,
know
now
one.
Fifi becomes what? His number 2?
Yeah.
With that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's nasty.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty. and he got rid of
and
Roger.
Sorry, DD.
That's what I was about to say. And he got rid of Roger for free,
For free. Yeah. Bad trade.
Sorry, DD.
which is
Sorry, DD.
yeah.
I
That's
have to
where
get rid of that.
I think I'm more upset about that trade than I am about
You are, right?
100%. How do you not trade Gary with Roger?
So who's Joan's tier 6 now?
Hulk or Harold?
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
Harold.
Oh, he's
Which
gonna
is
play good with him.
yeah. He's gonna show out.
I mean,
I
Rogers
feel
didn't
like
play bad.
like Joan unlocks
There's a lot of
Madden
conversation
card
saying
with
that
Harold.
Roger's better than Hulk.
I don't think Roger played bad in that first.
I don't
So
know.
first
It's like
week.
a toss up for me. I don't know.
No, I think
Hulk's
Roger
a little more faster, right?
is quicker.
I mean, I
Roger's
refereed.
quicker. He's
Chime
quicker.
in. You're a tier 6. Chime
I
in.
can cover Roger. I have problem covering Hulk.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I mean, I saw that. I refereed
Heard
that
it
game.
straight from Michael Lazo.
Listen, I've had him.
Chance against me.
I've had him
Who?
both.
Roger has 0 chance against me.
Wow.
There we
Roger.
go. You heard it here first,
Yo,
or what?
we got to call out.
Prove it.
We got to call out.
I think we need a one-on-one session.
Yeah.
It's been done.
Well, he went on one surge.
I mean, I've only seen you
And
play
out.
quarterback though.
Huh?
Bro,
I've
did
only
you guys-
seen you play
did you guys
quarterback.
see the touchdown
He
that
lined up against
The-
the half-yard touchdown?
half
Roger,
yard.
he acted
Get
like
the fuck off
oh
me.
my God.
Get the fuck off!
So
me.
embarrassing.
Why, bro?
I mean, he
Why?
sacked the
That's
quarterback
his
that
shit.
day
Well,
too.
you're 48 years old. Just catch him. Act like you've been there before. Give the ball to the official.
I don't agree.
And just walk
Roger,
out.
do you, bro?
That's more disrespectful.
Do you?
That's more
Hey,
disrespectful.
Roger, you're not the
you?
80th player
They're
on the
going
team. You're not the 80th player in
He is,
DD.
he
Yeah,
is
crazy.
not.
He is
He
not
is
the
not.
88th.
No,
He
he's
is
a
not the
78th.
80th.
He's a 78th.
Hey, at least he's not 80 on my
Yeah,
book. At
yeah.
least.
No, I love
No,
Roger.
I think
He looked at me on one of those. He goes, "Why do you fucking hate all the time, dog?"
That's me the same thing.
I go, "Fuck you,
You're such
big
a
guy."
fucking hater, bro.
Because I love you, buddy. Because
you're
you're my
such a
best friend.
fucking
Who else am I
hater.
gonna
There you
fucking
go, there
rag
you go.
on?
There we go.
Same way you can rag on me,
Nah,
and I wouldn't take it personally.
I think I played with them both. I think it's a toss up. I think Hulk is faster.
Look,
I
Roger-
think,
Roger
I think
can snap.
Roger
Roger has
plays
better
harder
hands.
for everybody.
He does.
You got a sack.
That's the difference. Like Roger plays hard for everyone.
Yeah.
He
Listen,
doesn't
Roger.
care.
Roger's a good flag puller, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got a sack.
You
If
got to
you're
be in
the-
his vicinity.
If you're near his neighborhood, he gonna
Yeah.
pull your flag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right
He
here.
gonna pull your flag.
And then he'll kick you in the face.
And let me tell you,
Yeah.
he sent me video. He
Yeah.
got mad at me because I go, "You don't fucking move," and he covered Molly like on a slant fade in the end zone. He's like, "You see, I'm fucking running. Lock him the fuck down." I fucking love that guy. Let me tell you, nobody cares more than that guy, bro.
Yeah,
no,
he
he
And
usually
really
that's
does.
that to me is an intangible that Hulk doesn't have with everyone, but he
Yeah.
has it. But he has it with Joan.
Yeah.
So he's gonna get the best out of him, which is scary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I refereed that Buccaneers game with Hulk there, and he didn't want to be there.
No,
He
he
didn't
didn't
wanna
want to
be
be
there.
there.
He didn't look at he wanted
Even
to be
with
there.
me, he played with me the first
He
week.
was.
I mean,
he was. I
we were
know
in a
Hulk. He
downward
was probably
spiral.
orchestrating this
a,
whole
a
entire
way
thing.
to get out of
Yeah,
there.
to get out of there.
Joan saved me.
This guy. I mean, I've seen Hulk trying to do five player trades before.
Wow.
He's that guy.
The
Remember
whole
when he was
team.
trying to trade
whole
He
team.
was
Eric
trying to
Laura?
trade Laura.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Laura, he did it last year with I think Matt.
Yeah.
With
With Matt.
with Matt and ¿cómo se llama? The Patch brother. Coño, Mark.
Oh, and Mark.
Oh.
Yeah,
Because
he was
Mark
trying to trade him.
missed and he
Yeah.
was pissed. Him and Sergio were trying to like orchestrate the craziest
The
trade
trade,
ever in
yeah,
DD
yeah.
history.
Yeah.
And he
Wouldn't
ended
it
up
be
with
great
me.
if he trade Joan?
He ended up with me. Oh my.
Oh,
Wow, wouldn't that
crazy.
be amazing?
That would be crazy.
Be
What
amazing.
team?
He won't
It'll
do
be
it.
good TV.
He doesn't have the balls to do
It'll
it.
be good TV though.
He'll be
You
great.
know,
No, it'd be
Imagine.
amazing though. You see
Yeah.
Joan playing center?
You got straight into the Bucks. Joan gets straight into the Bucks.
Amazing.
Noki's like, I ain't going down on
Yeah,
2 knees,
yeah.
bro. Hell no.
Oh my god! So let's talk about the South.
Yeah.
The last 3 teams are over.
Over.
Buccaneers 0-3, Saints
Surprising.
0-3,
Not
and
surprising.
Jaguars.
That's
Wow.
surprising. That's
Blew
that's
me away.
ridiculous.
With 12 points allowed.
That's ridiculous.
That's the part
They
that
are
blows
bad.
me away.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I thought they were
Drew
going
had
to be
a bad
better.
week.
I mean, that defense is disgusting, but they still had 12 pounds allowed.
Drew had a bad week. Really,
mean,
like
Alex
like
is-
anything, like it was quicksand. Anything that can go wrong went wrong
Yeah.
for Drew that week.
He sucks.
Yeah, he played like shit.
I wouldn't go
God.
there, but
Yeah.
No, we're
he
gonna
played
go
like
there. We're
shit.
gonna
No,
go
no,
there.
no,
He
he played-
sucks.
I don't think he sucks. I think he played like shit.
yeah, it
I love
happens.
Drew.
Right?
And
Quarterback, you have
but
those
he's
days.
hot. He's hot and cold guy. Like
He's
when
a
he's
hot and
hot,
cold.
when he's hot,
He's like a Ray Met.
that maybe a little bit worse because he doesn't play the position
There
as
you
much
go.
as I do.
I mean, yeah, I saw. I scrimmaged him on a Sunday with his team, and he blew us up.
He did.
He
Yeah.
blew us up. My team didn't come, but he blew us up.
Maybe he was overconfident because I was hyping him up. So maybe
I thought the team on paper looks good. That team
Yeah.
on paper, their worst player is not
Well,
bad.
One of the things is, one thing is to look good on paper, but you gotta
And
go
one
play
thing
those
to put it.
games.
Yeah.
You gotta go
Mhm.
play those games, and they're not good. I don't know. And he doesn't like to make moves. He won't trade with anybody. Have you tried trading with him?
bro, his four.
Alex,
His
I
four is
tried, I
filled.
tried talking to Alex about a trade to see what's going on, just to talk. And Alex feels confident in his team. They don't. They
not
think that they're
panicking in
way
Jaguar-
better. Yeah,
yeah.
they're not
I don't think.
panicking.
I don't
They're
think
gonna
they
go-
should.
they're
I
gonna
don't think
go
they
0-6.
should panic.
I think.
You think?
I think this
Nah.
week determines what they're gonna do, though.
What's their schedule? Let's see.
Where I'm going.
Go, give me the schedule. The Saints, we knew they were gonna be 0-3. They're fucking dog shit.
They're self imploding. They're doing
Yeah.
exactly what we thought.
They're garbage. I have them ranked last for a reason.
Vinny needs to trade the whole team
Yeah, he does. He
and
does.
just
All
find
right,
guys he doesn't
so
know. Like
The Jaguars. The Jaguars
He-
play the Cowboys. They play the Giants, and they play the Rams.
fucking 3 losses.
fuck.
You think so?
Yeah.
That's rough.
Maybe they can beat the Rams. Who's the
Are
Rams?
the Rams
Maybe.
really that bad? Because I
No.
played them this week.
They're not that bad. They got
You gotta
Lulu, they got
respect Lulu.
Boldy. Yeah.
No, they're gonna figure it out. They might go 0-3.
Yeah. No, they're who? The Jags.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
They
can
might
see
go.
it.
They might go.
That's a
0-3.
bad. That's a tough schedule.
Yeah.
Lulu's gonna take. I think if they're smart, it'll be snap to Boldy, hand off to Lulu. Every
Lulu
single
Yeah, I
goes-
mean that's the shit that he was
Lulu-
talking about in the
Lulu
chat.
goes
Just let it
2-1
go.
this week.
Lulu. I think so.
He beats me,
Yeah.
of course.
You got to prove yourself, bro.
I beat Devin.
1 and 2.
Yeah,
That's not
Devin
proving
sucks.
yourself.
Devin's garbage. That's saying much.
I lost to him on a 27 seconds on a bad snap, and he got the ball back, and we fucking blew it. So I can't talk. And Clint touched it.
And you got the
touchdown.
Giants, bro. The Giants. I don't know where that 3-0. I thought they
No,
sucked.
we taled about it. If
Yeah.
Chris D
Yeah.
plays
Yeah, we did.
half,
Who they play?
half
Did they
decent,
play that good? They didn't
bro,
play that great team. Though.
he's- let's see. Let's find out. Let me go to the Giants real quick.
Still, man, to go
El
3-0 in this
internet
league is
está
not
lento.
easy.
Yeah.
It's very, very hard.
It's hard.
I mean, they have a good duo
Sorry.
on the defense with Chris and Adrian.
Yeah,
Yes.
They're really
yeah.
good.
He's a good player.
Yeah.
Well,
He's a good little
I
player.
thought there would be a defensive juggernaut. Jason Castellanos is also
Very good.
very mid, as freaking Devin tried to say, and the guy had a
Yeah.
one-handed grab to win the game.
Yeah.
Wow.
They played the Saints. Okay. They beat the Bengals, which is they beat everybody 4-3 though.
The Bengals are not.
No,
I
I'm saying
mean,
they
they
beat
got
everybody
Alfredo.
4-3. Look, they beat the Saints
Fredo and
4-3.
Julio.
Yeah. It was the Bengals' only loss.
I know, but they beat the Saints 4-3.
Yeah.
So maybe there's something there with the defense.
Yeah.
Depends on who they play, I think.
That's what I'm saying. They beat the Bengals 4-3, and then they beat the Rams 4-3. So no game was a blowout. Everything was tight. Could
It
have
was
gone
tight.
either
Yeah,
way.
it could have gone either way. I'll tell you what the surprise was: the Cowboys.
Yeah,
They're good.
Yeah, they're good.
They're good.
They're good. They
They're
beat
very
Joan.
good.
They beat Joan
Yeah.
and capped the day off.
They're a problem. They're going to be a matchup nightmare with Peter
David and
and
Peter.
David.
I wasn't surprised.
Yeah.
You see that team on paper, and I knew you were going to do handoffs with David. That team,
And
Pete,
I said it. I said in the last show. I said Cowboys are going to be better than what people are thinking.
100%.
Yeah. I said
You
it.
got to give them the credit.
100%.
All right, so let's go
He
to the
always figures it
Bucks.
out.
Let's go to the Bucks. Oh, poor Tronky.
I
way
refed-
too good of a player.
I refed their game
How bad
against
was it?
Joan. I didn't even have to do the rotations. I forgot to do rotations,
Oh,
and I was like, "There's no point of this."
it was
it
4
was-
4-1, huh?
It was just boom. It was a snap, and I was like, "What happened?" Everybody looked flabbergasted.
Really?
Wow.
It
So
was
what do you
just-
think happened in that game?
Okay, so he sent Chris.
I saw the
Campos.
first drive. Joan scored, and then I had to
I
go
think
get.
I think Joan scored and then Tronky scored, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure. My bad if I fucked that up. But there was a play where Chris Campos ran like a out and up, and it was Joan and Ant on him, and he got
Uh-huh.
picked off.
Wow,
And that was the beginning of the end.
that was the beginning. Of the
That's
Yeah.
right. Tier
And
5, you send them and you throw into double coverage.
Because Tronky's gonna throw to a spot.
And if
That's
you're not there,
the issue. He's a spot guy.
Oh,
Like
okay.
he's not gonna do all this crazy stuff. He's not gonna hip. He's not gonna. He's gonna. Hey, you got to run your route. If their guys are not running the routes, it's chaos, and
Yeah.
he's gonna look really bad. Which is why I always give him the benefit of the doubt. People are like, "Oh, he sucks." No, maybe they're not running the right routes, which is a lot that happened in the first game of the season.
Yeah.
And then you play Joan.
you got to win a game. If you're considered one of the top
top
quarterbacks in this league, you got to win at least 1 or 2
Yeah,
games.
you got to steal
You
one
can't go 0 for 3.
with a top number 1
I agree.
option.
And
too.
with Gary,
with Gary. Yeah,
yeah, that's a tough one to swallow.
Yeah.
So what's his Buccaneers schedule
that's what I'm trying to look up now.
next?
You guys might be faster than me.
Let's see here.
Should have listened to Lazo.
I don't think
So
I
they play
handle
the
Chris-
Oilers. They play the Falcons,
Oof.
which is really
It's a tough game for him.
And they play the Chiefs.
It depends what Devin
Wow.
shows up this week.
I mean,
The thing is that Devin's a hot and cold guy too. Devin could put up 12 this week.
The problem is going to
Just
be
like
Chris
that.
Campbell's, Roger, and Tronky on defense.
Yes, because I'm going right at Roger. My tier 6 running by him, so they
I'm
can't.
gonna
They can't
go
match
on
him
a
up.
limb
They
here.
can't match him up.
I'm gonna go on
You
a
have a
limb
nasty
here,
squad.
and this is a graveyard team.
essentially.
That's it.
I think so.
You think? You don't think?
I'm like 80. I'm 80% sure. Yeah, man, because
he has to trade out. He has to. Get
he's
out
gonna
of
have
there.
to get out of that
He has
because
to
he
get out of
cannot, brother. Once he has Chris Campbell's, Roger, and him on defense, they're gonna run into big time problems. And people that know how to exploit those matchups,
It's gonna be tough.
it's gonna be very, very, very tough. And he's gonna have to score 4 straight times to win games, which he's capable.
He's
I'm not
capable.
saying, I'm not saying he's
100%
that
capable.
capable, but that's a hard burden to put on someone
Yeah.
to score 4 straight times, especially in the D. He doesn't have chemistry with these guys. It's not like he's throwing to his Lulu and all
boys,
these
yeah.
guys. It's gonna be a tough feat, and
I
this
think
might be a graveyard. I'm not gonna say
his
full.
draft
I'm
was
not
rough.
fully there yet. I'm gonna see after this week how this goes.
Yeah.
I'm like 80% sure that this is probably gonna be a graveyard. There's still a 20% chance that he makes it out of this, but I'm gonna say that 80% this is a graveyard team.
I don't disagree.
Is Chris Campbell's really
At
that
least,
bad?
No, he's not that bad at all.
I mean, having them 3 on defense is really tough.
That's
Yeah,
the
that's
issue.
a- that's
the
the
issue.
issue.
Is
That's really bad.
is Roger Tronky and Chris at the same
Yeah,
time.
that's really
They're
bad.
essentially the same guy.
Yeah, what are you gonna do when you play a Cowboys, a Vikings? You know,
Yeah,
you're gonna play a
matches
Chiefs.
are
The
gonna be bad.
matchups are they're gonna destroy you.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Who they moved to get Roger? I
They
forgot.
moved
Hulk.
Hulk.
Hulk and they got Ham.
Ham.
And I think he gave away
That
Freddie
could-
Semino.
That could be good for him
It could.
because now you got your field stretcher, and then now you're forced. You can't,
I mean, Ham's gonna rush for him.
Again, they're gonna have to score 4
I know,
straight times.
but-
I don't see them stopping a team.
I don't know. Now that I'm looking at, you got Gary, you got Lavares, and you got Ham
A great
stretching the shit out of the
Understood.
field
I
versus
agree.
Freddie Semino.
Okay, good. I agree. He's gonna have to score 4 straight times.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
get the ball first. That's
Yeah.
gonna be the key.
and
That's
get the ball first too.
yeah.
Because they get, they could get a stop the first round, right? Because they're gonna have Campos out.
Or Roger.
Well,
out.
anything can
Roger,
happen.
yeah.
Anything can happen. You have.
Yeah.
I start like shit. I'm not having a bad week.
I mean, but when they have Ham out, then that's gonna be bad because without Ham, you don't technically have a rusher anymore. You're not gonna put Lavares to rush. He's your best player on defense.
no, Lavares will never rush.
He's
Crazy.
a great safety. So
You can rush Chris Campos and you can rush Roger.
yeah,
Against
Roger got a sack.
against the quarterbacks that are not.
You got me. You put
Athletic.
Tronki's gonna go in the middle,
Yeah, but you go against
or you
Devin.
put Tronki in the corner.
Devin lines up like 10 yards back. You're not gonna get a sack on.
No,
Devin.
you're not.
He's not
You're
gonna
not.
feel it. He's
Yeah.
not gonna feel it.
No.
That's the same thing that's gonna happen with me.
Essentially, I stopped rushing
I'm gonna
Devin.
stop,
We
yeah.
beat him 4-1 and we didn't rush him. I feel like that right there it was
You
good
got to
for
do
us.
handoffs.
Yeah.
You
He lines up too far back.
He does. He knows how to play the game. Man. He just had a bad week.
Wow.
You could see it. He threw a pick to me on his first drive.
Gotta
With-
give yourself
with-
more credit
with-
though.
With Ralphie blowing me up over the top. Oh, it was underthrown by like 10 yards.
I know,
Yeah, I
saw-
was guarding
saw-
Ralphie.
I should have talked more shit because he did that to me after last season.
Why wouldn't you?
My God, Norman,
You're too much-
Norman,
you're
it
too
went
much
off.
of- you're too much of a
Norman
nice
went
guy.
off. Norman went off his chest and landed it. Bro, he showed replays. He was like,
Sending it
"Yeah,
to
I
the
got your
chat.
number." Oh my God, this fucking guy, bro. But it's all love with me and him. So
Now let's go to
I'm
another.
not a good guy. Remember, I'm a fake, Mr. Integrity or whatever they
Mr.
fucking
Mr.
label.
Fake
I
Integrity.
don't even remember giving myself that name.
All right, so we talked about the dog shit
Fuck did I
south.
say that?
Now we're gonna go to the dog shit north.
Everyone's dog shit.
Yeah, the Rams, Chargers, and Oilers. I'm only talking the dog shit bottom. This
At
this,
least I'm
this
not
is
in the
about
bottom.
scrubs.
Who's
I'm not in the scrub,
last,
then.
Who's last place?
Fucking Kevin Corona. Mr.
Um,
DDPA himself.
Mr. DDP. Now I will tell you, they won their first game.
Thank you.
They beat you.
Yeah.
They were smashing Devin 3.1
I know.
to 0.
I know.
Lost Micah to cramps, and then just spiraled out
This
of
team's
control.
fucking loaded though.
Yeah.
They're loaded.
They're not a fair 1 and
If
2.
Kevin Corona can slow down the four locals and maybe keep it down to like 1 per day, this team
They can
make
do
a,
something.
they can get out of the
They
bottom.
can, they can do something.
Yeah.
Now, what I would suggest is stop using Mike as your handoff guy. Like he's using his best route runner.
And you're taking him out from
But
running
he
around.
didn't have Julio. Remember that though.
I understand that, but fake it with Robbie.
He's got a lot of
Literally,
speed,
that's his
man.
bread and
Yeah.
butter is running.
Yeah.
Why aren't you doing that with Robbie? We're all
Yeah,
gonna
right.
freak out. We're gonna respect Robbie.
Yeah, 100%.
And then you have
Yeah,
Mike blowing us up. He didn't do that at all. We were sitting
Didn't
back like,
Elvis-
oh, thank
Didn't
God.
Elvis drop?
Yeah, thank God.
It's
Yeah,
It's
he
up
already
in the
dropped.
air, right?
No, he
It's
already
up in-
dropped. He already dropped. And you guys accepted somebody else.
Who do
now.
we
we had
accept?
pre-approved Vic from the last time. Remember, like way
Because I
back.
see him here still in the
He's still in the roster.
He left the chat.
Yeah,
And I mean, I know
He
you
dropped.
did too, but he left the
Yeah.
chat.
but
too.
have we replaced him yet?
You supposedly Corona said in the
Vic.
chat
So
that
Vic,
yes.
the one with the curly hair that plays Do or Die.
Yeah.
He was coming in for him last time though. I don't know if Corona resubmitted it.
Hmm.
Is
he
what I'm
sent in a
saying.
trade. He sent in a trade.
I know he
that
said
had him.
it, I know, but
Yeah.
he's saying essentially he's going to be part of the trade.
Oh, okay.
But it never said like he's officially a player
the player. Okay.
because he would have to pay, which I'm
He
not sure if
hasn't
he's
yet.
paid
Yeah,
or
yeah. Okay.
So let's talk about Stritz.
why do you love him so much?
No, he sucks. He's in the bottom. It's not.
Yeah, no,
it's
that's true.
It's a topic
He's-
of conversation.
I don't think he sucks. I
He
think
just has-
He sucks. He
expand
sucks.
your fucking playbook, bro.
He sucks. The
Yeah.
fucking the fight cat
You
down
have
with
fucking-
the post over the top. I
no,
guess it
you
was
have
called,
Chink running Chinas.
it used to be called Oreo. I think that play.
Yeah,
It was from 1982.
83.
Nice.
Bro, and it works.
It
Pero,
does.
pero
It does if you can
coño,
get the ball.
you're killing Chink, bro. Chink is hurt because this guy's throwing him to the floor,
Every
having him
time.
run China's left and right.
Yeah.
Chink's about to retire.
Yeah, it doesn't come up from injury.
Like
too.
he's coming off injury. He's losing his.
He said
fucking
he felt
mind.
good.
He feels great.
Yeah.
But now when you're underthrowing him this way and he has to buckle his leg.
Yeah,
and
he
he's
fell. He
falling
said the
everywhere.
video. Yeah, he fell to the ground.
So I think Stritz will figure it out.
I think
if
he's-
he doesn't,
I think
he'll
he's a-
break my heart because
he's a
I'm
good
rooting
team.
for him.
His team isn't bad.
I'm sponsoring him.
All right, I'm gonna name you these teams. Dolphins.
I need you to figure it out.
Hold on. You guys think he's gonna be all right? No, he's not. He's
no,
gonna be
he's
a
not going to
graveyard.
beat the Dolphins.
Okay, Dolphins, Cowboys, Vikings, Bengals, Chiefs.
He can beat the Chiefs.
I'm just glad
He
I'm
can
not
beat
in
the
that
Chiefs if
division.
Devin shows up again the way he did week 1.
But buddy, this guy
I think Devin has
is a
too
graveyard.
good of a team to fall
He's
back
not.
down.
He's done it before, and so has Tronky. Tronky started 0-3 last season.
No,
Came
that's what
back
I'm
and
saying.
Started,
He has to ball
started
out.
making noise, and
But he,
Tronky was another graveyard last year.
but essentially,
but
if
he
Devin
started making
sucks-
noise, and he was in a playoff run, and then died
if
out.
Devin sucks. He has too much of a good team. That team will pick him up. Essentially, I think that team is too good.
I agree.
If
I
he
agree.
sucks,
agree
every
with you.
game, I think that team picks him up to where they make the playoffs.
Chargers have another problem. They got
Georgie.
Daniel. They
Oh,
got Daniel Q.
wait.
What?
Georgie's nasty. Devin cut me off last time. Georgie, you're the fucking man. Eres
Yeah.
un salvaje. All right. Sorry.
Yeah,
Devin cut me
he's
off last time,
nasty.
and we're doing this
Who's
stupid
Georgie?
trade. Georgie, bro. The man from Squad, baby.
Oh, Georgie.
the man.
He's all right.
The
Yeah,
man.
but the
Get the
Chargers.
fuck out of here. He's aight.
Chargers have two.
Guy's the fucking man.
That's
bottom
my
tier
favorite cap
sixes.
all time.
He's amazing.
Don't mess with my cap. Back to the Chargers
Yeah.
graveyard.
They have 2 tier 6.
If I give you, okay, I'm going to give you these 3 teams: Rams, Chargers, Oilers. Out of those 3, who's a graveyard?
out of those 3,
It's the fucking Chargers.
yeah, I mean you have to.
Thank you.
You kind of have to though.
Fuck. They gotta make a
Essentially,
trade.
they have
They
two-
gotta move.
they have
gotta
two
move.
big
They gotta
bodies.
move.
Yeah.
They gotta move Kurt or they gotta move Ching. Get smaller on the back end.
Yeah, because they got
Middle up.
Daniel
Get
Q
faster
and they
in the back
They
got
gotta get fast.
they
man.
got Alabao and they
Yeah.
got well,
Stritz.
They have two big
Stritz-
bodies.
Man, he's not that bad.
He was balling.
Yeah,
he was
pulling
flying all over the place.
Yeah,
He
he's
died.
throwing himself.
He died. He
With his
called me.
colorful
Yeah,
tattoos.
He's like, "Hey, I didn't expect." I go, "Welcome to DD, bro."
Yeah, that's a different animal.
Ice Pack Sundays.
With his colorful tattoos.
He's just.
saw
I hate to say that he's not bad. Like now, I'm
he's
gonna
really
stop
not.
trolling him.
Thank you.
He can play the position.
Yes.
He just needs to understand DD. But he's in a loaded conference.
Yeah, he's in a bad place.
Yeah, and he's gonna. Yeah, it's not good.
He was
It's not
with me in
good.
the South, and
No bueno.
you know you can make noise, but in the North it's
No
gonna be
bueno.
tough.
No bueno. So let's talk about these bubble teams for being scrubs. Ravens, Broncos.
What's up, co-host?
What's up,
Let me
man?
see here.
You know, we gotta get Andy on the team. See if his
We got Bubble Ravens.
Yeah,
Ravens will
oof.
figure it out.
Ravens will figure it out.
I think so.
How about the Broncos?
Hey, we'll see. We'll see.
I think we'll figure it out.
Yeah, you think so?
I like my
I
team.
think-
I don't think I'm gonna trade anymore.
I don't like
no,
that he
you're
lost.
done. No, you're not done.
Here's
no way.
here's,
I think I'm
here's
done.
what I
You're
don't
too trigger
like.
happy, man.
I am
like
trigger
it.
happy.
Yeah, I like it.
I
Yeah,
love it.
like
I love it.
it.
It's addicting,
It
but I
is.
think I'm done.
Let's look at your team.
Essentially,
Oh,
I
they
think
haven't
I'm done.
updated the.
No,
So what's your? So you
Andy R.
you got NDR
Yeah,
for instead of Felix. Okay,
I
I like
think-
Andy. He's a good player.
he
I
is
think I'm
super
done.
solid.
Yeah, he's a good teammate.
But he's a 1.
how's
Fifi was
Nomar?
your one,
How's
right?
Nomar?
Nomar's that quiet guy that'll sneak up on you and just put 3 touchdowns
Nomar
on
should
your
have.
head.
Nomar should have put 3 touchdowns on my
Yeah.
head. But
We
he
should have beat
chose
the Falcons with Remedic.
this guy.
And you have
You
Victor
shoulda-
Pena
listen,
still.
Can
Yes.
Hey, you should have beat the Falcons. You lost 4-1. Don't tell me you should have beat the
100%,
Falcons.
100%.
And you have Pace?
and without Dusty.
Yes, I did.
And who's your tier 6 now?
Chris Marin still.
Chris Merritt.
I essentially the
They
reason
lost
why
4-1 without Dusty. I'm
You
just
have
saying.
a pretty good team, man.
I do. I think I do. That's why I think I'm done trading.
You want me to repeat it again?
What, that you beat me 4-1? I know you beat me
No,
4-1
without.
Dusty.
There you go.
Yes, Dusty, a
Sorry.
great player, but
Yeah.
essentially, remember
I
that
wouldn't-
game was Fifi's game, and it didn't turn out so well for me.
Yeah. Well, maybe you don't know how to use it.
That could be. That could be. That's why he got shipped out.
So I'm gonna. I think you're a playoff team.
Thank you.
I think you can
appreciate
figure it out.
But like what? Like the worst playoff team?
No.
They'll be fighting for it.
Between you and the Ravens.
Thank you.
Here's a crazy part.
I think I get 8 wins.
Out of the 3 sorry ass teams in the South, one of these teams are gonna make it as a 6 seed. So who's gonna make it? The Buccaneers, Saints, or Jaguars? Who's
You
gonna
see
make
what
it
I'm
as a 6
saying?
seed?
That's
I think
why-
the Saints
Now
have.
you're understanding my Tronky
yeah,
thing?
yeah.
I think the Saints have a bad rap. And
He's
I think
in a
they're really
good.
You think
Tronky's in
they're
the right
really good?
division. to
Saints
sneak
suck.
in.
They have 2 tier
But
6s.
who's their worst player though?
Saints?
Marzullo, right?
Saints?
Yes.
Yeah.
Essentially,
Chris,
but
Chris he
you-
looks like Stritz. Bald
But
with a
Chris
beard.
Marzullo could essentially, he could run with those tier 5, tier 4.
He's actually a mismatch.
he is.
And they got Sergio Hernandez.
Yeah.
Sergio's a mismatch on
He's
offense.
a mismatch.
Not the best
Gianni.
on defense, what I've heard, but he's a mismatch on offense.
Yeah,
Problem,
bro,
the problem
that
I
team
see
is
with this
just
team.
toxic, bro.
the problem I see
all
with
they
this
do
team
is
is-
fight.
Toxic. Yeah, they do fight.
Let me see here.
And Vinny, I've heard, is a great quarterback. So if they figure it out,
They just don't have a defensive guy.
No,
That's the problem here.
it's Georgie. It's their closest. George Aguirre.
And they don't have a number 1. Chris Martinez is a good number 2. You think he's a number 1?
No,
receiver?
but George is their number 1.
Chris is a great player, but I don't think he's a number 1, and he's not good
The
defensively.
thing is that George. Okay, so Chris can stretch the field because
yeah,
he's tall
good.
and lanky,
No, but
right?
he is good.
And then you
offensively.
have George Aguirre who can eat up the bottom. All you need is
100%.
everybody else to get out of the way.
Yeah,
their roster is better than the Bucks.
Yes,
by a lot,
110%.
not by a little, by a lot.
And you have an athletic
Quarterback.
quarterback that can run.
That
So if
you
they
put-
figure this out, they can sneak in as a 6th seed.
They can, but I think
And I think you might be better than the Ravens.
I think I get 8 wins or 9 wins.
Yeah.
Whether that's a hot take or not, I'm doing it right now. I think I get 8 to 9 wins this season. My first season in DD.
50-50 team,
Yeah.
16 game.
Yeah, maybe.
I can see it.
I can see it.
I think I get 8, 9 wins.
I
That's
can't
fair.
hate on
You've
that. Yeah.
supposedly got DD figured out now.
I wouldn't say
We'll see. No, hey, he said, yeah. His boys are
figured
his
some
boys
of
are
it
here.
out.
By the way,
Yeah.
Kevin, I have a special guest for you. Hey, I'm gonna-
Is it
should we get? How do we get
is
a
that his
picture of
father?
this guy?
Is it his father?
That's his
or- I don't
father.
know.
He did bomb him.
They
He
almost
did
bombed
bomb
him.
Kevin.
Come
He
show
did
your
bomb
face.
Kevin.
Come show your
Hold on,
face.
we gotta get him on camera real quick.
Come
We
show
gotta
your
get-
face.
It could be quick.
Kevin, this is for you though.
Kevin.
Kevin, we have your big brother here.
Little more that way.
Kevin knows he can't hang with me.
Oh, yeah, I hear that.
This guy's
Okay.
Beyond the
into a
scrubs.
tournament. Into a tournament. I don't know if he's ready for a season. I'm worried about him fighting.
Lazo, how much time we at?
You're at 35.
Oh man,
Still got time.
we still got a
We're
lot
making,
of time.
we're making
There we
good
go.
time.
Making good time. All right, so
I think Tronky can sneak in because
I think Vinny
the
sneaks in
the division is so. Vinny has to move his team.
I don't think so. I don't think
But he
so.
can
I
get
don't think
so much
Vinny-
value and guys that will shut up and listen.
Thing is that I gave him value. I did a trade. I sent the trade with Vinny that he himself regretted at the end. He essentially gets Andy R,
Okay.
keeps Chris Martinez his number 2, and keeps Georgie his number 1. So essentially, Andy R becomes your tier 3.
Right.
3, yeah.
All you do is you get Chris Marin on your bottom, and you keep Campos.
Yeah.
You're telling me that's not a bad
I do
team?
Hold it.
Yeah, that's a great team. You keep
If I was
essentially
as athletic as
you have
Vinny
2
is,
tier 2s and a tier
obviously.
1, and then Vinny another athletic player. So essentially, on the defensive end, you're not having any weak spots.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna ride the Tronky train.
I think
I
Vinny
know,
gets in
bro.
there.
I know.
If Tronky makes moves,
Listen,
then I think
this
so.
week
but
I'll shut up after this week. If he goes 0-3, which he has a really hard schedule because he faces me as well.
yeah, your team is a mismatch.
Yeah, don't, please
nightmare.
don't give him
I
a
have-
win. Like, don't throw a pick at him.
You
Like,
don't think so?
bro, come on.
No,
man.
he has a
You think-
mismatch nightmare. His team is a
Mr.
mismatch.
Integrity.
I know you're Mr. Nice Guy, but we need you to like
Fuck outta here.
have some, you know.
I think your team is mismatch nightmare.
Because I'm not a douchebag.
You're
Doesn't
tier
mean I
six.
label myself.
Let me see your. Let me see your.
Tier 6 could jump out the gym.
Yeah. My
Let me see
tier
your
6 is
rosters.
balling people in red zone.
Yeah, bro. Tier 6 is good.
It's myself,
Oh,
Dusty.
Clint played good the other day.
Clint was my essentially Jordan and Clint were my ones.
Yeah, this guy looks like he can move. Eric Montes.
Monte de
He's
Oca,
He's
a
6'3",
basketball
right?
player.
He's 6'3".
6'3".
Yeah, he's 6'3", can
Great.
move.
Yeah.
Him at
Good
rush
hands.
is good too.
Yeah, I have Boo rushing right now, giving people headaches if you just
Yeah, he's
stop hitting
tall.
the fucking quarterback.
He
Bro,
kept
he
hitting the
gave
quarterback?
he gave Corona 16 plays.
No way.
We beat him 4-2, and one of the drives was 16
Oh
play
my
drive.
God.
It was like every play he was just smashing Corona. I'm like,
Yeah.
please, bro, oh yeah, go for his flags.
I
He's
think-
like, bro, he does this weird thing where he goes around. And I'm like, papi, por favor.
He could lose there too.
No, is that we picked him twice, but it was both roughing the passer.
Did you play? Do you play Pedro this week?
No.
What do you think about
Seahawks.
Pedro's team?
They shut me up.
They shut you up.
They shut me. I told them as
You
soon as
didn't
I
think they
saw
were
him.
good?
So I think they needed a horse, and TP
Respectable.
takes up so much at least attention. I don't think he's necessarily a horse, but he takes up so much
Ernie's a
attention.
difference
bro,
maker on that team.
It's that that
Moscoso,
pick,
bro.
That last
Oh, and
pick.
that last pick
Moscoso.
too. And
How
Moscoso,
many
but
times have
Ernie
I
too.
said I wanted him?
No,
Ernie,
Ernie's playing the best football he's played in a long time overall. Because
He plays good.
I
He
think he's
plays
played
good in that system with
Yeah.
Pedro.
Yeah, so
I
does
mean,
Swazzle.
better isn't better
Yeah.
like DD Go
Yeah.
or something like that.
I don't know about
No,
goal.
he's not a DD Go. Davis
But he
is a
knows how
DD
to
Go.
play it better,
He is
better than anybody.
Yes, I would give him that. I think he's one of the best minds of DD.
Okay, because what
And
I saw
I'll
in
give him
red
that
zone, we
respect.
destroyed his team in red zone.
He doesn't play well. I mean, he's also playing with a lot of tier 6s in red zone.
He's
from
hit
what
or
I hear.
miss, bro. Like when he gets hot,
He's playing with all his boys from
Good luck.
the Kellogg's.
when you get to those tournaments up north, good luck because he gets hot. He's good.
No.
he's like all of us.
But with red
Hot and-
zone,
he's a
he-
hot and cold guy.
Quarterbacks.
in red
hot and cold
zone,
guy.
he just
Nah,
he's hit or
I mean,
miss.
I'm
He
not
doesn't-
knocking on him, but
he just doesn't care.
And I don't
don't
think he
think-
really has like the talent.
No,
Right?
that too.
Like
Yeah.
Probably, I don't know what his
I
team
mean,
is.
He has Alpha Swazo.
he's
but, I mean,
playing
it's-
Yeah.
Alfarito Suazo. Then he has Nick,
Yeah,
I don't know his team. I don't know if
Freddie
he tries,
Bops
but
playing receiver.
Yeah, it's not a good team.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Yeah.
all his boys from Kellogg's.
Yeah, but if it's grown ups
the
in the
K-
team
I don't know if
and
it's
his
my bad if
team
it's
with
not
his
Kellogg's.
players, he
It's
usually does
the
pretty
company
well.
that he works for.
Yeah,
The K's, Special K.
That's all I saw. I mean, he didn't play that good. It could be that it was a bad week, but
Yeah.
he didn't play good.
But he does understand ED, and he's gonna be one of the top teams. He'll be,
He was ripping it this
Yeah.
past week.
yeah. He'll
And I was like,
Moscoso
wait.
as your worst
And I went
guy?
up to him. I went up, hey, my bad, bro.
Moscoso as your worst guy.
Moscoso's nasty. I played
Yeah.
with him this past Red Zone.
I wanted him.
I was looking, I'm like, no way you're
This
the
guy
last
at
pick on
2-6?
this team, bro.
Yeah.
How'd you get away with murder?
What
He was
round did he
ranked
go
really.
in?
The 5. He went mid-tier
Well,
5.
essentially 4 because there's no 6. So 5 is the worst.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, right before the last round, he was in the mids.
Yeah,
Because
he
he
was.
asked me, he goes, you're going to get Moscoso? And I go, I don't know who the fuck that is.
I would have told you to get him because
I
I
fucking
told
suck.
Perra knew I wanted him.
You wanted him?
I wanted him bad, but I mean, essentially, you know, I
I'm
fucked
happy.
myself
I'm
out of
actually
the
happy
pussy.
with-
Yeah, you fucked, yeah.
You talked yourself out of
the
it.
I
pussy.
talked
Yeah,
myself out of the pussy. There you
yeah.
go,
yeah.
100%.
You can't be talking too much, man.
So I got addicted with trading those draft picks.
Yeah,
man.
bro.
I was so addicted. Like you guys don't understand how addicting was
I
to get
know,
a
I
trade
know.
at 3 a.m. Yo, I need to go to sleep. I work at 7,
And you're
and then you're texting. I'm like, yo, let's
All
do
right,
this.
let's go.
Don't you feel like you're a
You
real,
got
like,
me at a good
live-
time.
Like you think you're like a real GM?
Yes, you look like you're in the NFL.
When I did that, when I played in that tournament with the quarterbacks for the
Captains.
Oh my god, I went ham. I was trading everybody. I was trading all my picks.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
addicting.
Andy was, you were starting to get hot as a quarterback for a little bit.
Yeah,
And
until
then
I-
you blew your ankle.
Yep.
Your Achilles.
Yep.
He was
Good
lighting it up, and he lost a tier 1. He had, I think it was Anthony came in.
No, Antonio
Antonio
came in. Yeah, it's my
came
guy.
in. Yeah, he was.
Doing good, but
I talk a lot of shit about Andy, and he was lighting it up.
Never have. Never
We
seen
talk
him
shit
play.
about each other.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
both suck to each
we
other.
both sucked
So
each
there's
other.
that.
Yeah, it was good.
It is what it
We've
is.
had some heated
Debates.
battles
Debates.
and battles. We played against each other.
Yeah,
Remember
there you
the
go.
horrible game of Red Zone? It was
Oh
like
my God, the
7-6.
6-7?
The 6-7.
The 6-7.
Wow.
Ralphie
6-7?
drops. Ralphie drops the game-winning touchdown over Dusty.
Oh my. God.
7-6. Yeah, I beat him
It
7-6.
was-
It was bad. It was really,
It was.
really
We
bad.
both. And he said it on the chat next day.
Yeah.
He goes, "I think we both want to forget."
Yeah,
This game, yeah, it doesn't count.
it was bad.
Yeah.
Oh, it
bad.
counts.
I mean,
he
it
got the
happens.
dub.
It was
He
the
has
worst
a winning
display of
record over
quarterback. Yeah.
I can't talk.
So that's what you play, QB.
No, I play it for fun. I used to play center and
Center, yeah.
receiver.
For grown-ups.
Yeah, for grown-ups. But I'm done with all that.
There you go. On to bigger and better things.
No, I
No, he's
I wish
just
I could
tired of
continue
getting
playing.
hurt.
Man. Yeah, I just don't want to get. I don't want to go through this again. I might play quarterback and DD and hopefully be at tier 6. I don't have to move as much, but we'll see. We'll see where we're
Or
at.
playing the tournaments where
I'm
you're
playing the tournaments, but
There you
me
go.
playing in travel ball, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see how I feel in January.
That's tough.
Right now, today, if I had to make the decision,
Good game,
I'm
though.
probably done.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, those travel tournaments get tough.
Man, it's rough.
I
It's
played
rough.
against him my first ever travel tournament this year in Tampa.
Yeah.
We lost to
Sorry.
his team.
Yeah.
Essentially, the guy that wants to beat up Rob gets in a fight with Steady
It was
too.
steady. Yeah.
It was
That's
really
what I'm
bad.
saying. I know he wants to fight everybody. I'm like, that's not the guy.
So let's predict who will get dud this week, because we didn't predict. We weren't very good in our last prediction. It wasn't. We didn't have Tronquillo.
No, I would never think.
I respected that I wasn't the dud of the week by you guys. I respected that.
Yeah,
No?
you didn't have the
No, we
stats
did
for
it,
it,
right?
Yeah, you didn't have the stats.
No, who did we choose? I don't think we chose you.
No, yeah, you guys didn't choose me.
We
That's what I'm
chose.
saying.
Wasn't it Vinny?
It might have been.
Yeah, I think I chose Vinny.
Something
might
like
have
that.
No, I chose Chris D.
Yeah, you did. choose
I ate
the
my
week,
words. Sorry, Chris.
yeah.
Good job.
Hey, yeah, that's the way to do it. You shut us up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see who's gonna get dud.
At the end of the day, we're all opinions, man. We're just trying to figure it out.
Do you think Ray Matt gets dud of the week this week?
I don't think so. That's a good one, though. I have a tough schedule.
Didn't
Could
you get
be.
dud of the week once?
I've gotten it before.
What are
Yeah.
the chances Tronqui gets back-to-back duds?
He has a tough
Wow.
And listen,
schedule. He has a tough schedule too.
I heard the comments that I hate him. I don't hate him. I actually respect him. I like Tronqui. The stats were there, bro. Like I went through all the stats. His
Yeah.
stats were not very good. You can't be.
They weren't.
You can be considered one of the best quarterbacks
I
in this
think-
league and go 0-3. Like you
And
just
throw
cannot
picks.
happen.
I think Drew could have been.
Yeah, Drew was there,
I think,
but he
Drew
even had
could have
better. Drew had a little bit better stats.
been. Did he?
Yeah,
Yeah, but defensively, he got cooked.
Bro, he
Yeah.
had.
remember I can't see
Tronqui
every
scored,
game,
of
so
course.
I'm going based on stats.
course.
Tronqui
yeah, of
scored
course.
7 and Drew scored 6. So I don't know.
Scored 5. He threw 5 touchdowns though.
Tronqui.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering what the other two were.
Probably
Maybe
handoffs.
handoffs.
Yeah, he scored 5. Anyways, so
You think Freddie with a new receiver?
Freddie?
Freddie Bops.
with a new receiver.
No, Freddie gets shaky week 2.
He has the Dolphins.
Oof.
See, Freddie has the Dolphins.
Yeah, I saw him throw, bro. He could light it up when he's on.
Yeah, he's on. Yeah.
When he's on it, he has the rate. He
That
has
guy
the
has
Seahawks.
one of the best arm talents in the league.
Yeah, he has the
So also,
Seahawks.
and he's one of the nicest guys in the league.
Yep.
Yeah, he's
Love
a
Freddie.
great person.
I don't even
He
want to.
has
I don't want to shit on him because he's such a
No,
nice
no,
guy.
He's a great person, but he has a tough schedule.
He has the Chiefs to finish off the day.
Yeah,
And then-
Seahawks, Chiefs.
Seahawks and the Dolphins to start.
Wow.
Oh,
Some-
Freddie, you're at the
that's-
top of the list.
Yeah, that's death row.
Oh, Freddie.
But you also have
Dario.
the Jaguars play the Cowboys, really tough team. The Jaguars play the Giants, another tough team,
Good defensive team.
and the Rams. 3 hard defensive teams.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you this question:
Can Drew bounce
out
back?
of these 3 teams, the Bucks, Saints, and Jaguars, who can go 0-3 again?
Saints? Because they'll implode.
They'll be 0-6.
They might be. Well, yeah, they
Well, I
might
have
be.
insider knowledge that if they go 0-6, that whole team is getting moved.
Blown up.
Yeah.
That whole
They
team
have
is
to.
getting moved.
So they have on paper easy schedule. They have pretty
Thank
much
you.
the same schedule I had last week. They got
Thank
the
you.
Oilers, which if Corona has his full team, hopefully he has his full team. He can play really well. They can lose to them. They have the Broncos, which we have Mr. I figured it out in a week. Or after you played
I
Ray
never
Matt.
said I figured it out. I said,
Hey, roll it back.
I said I had somewhat figured out.
Run it back. Oh my god, he's using you been hanging out with lawyers? You're using your
We're
words
getting
properly.
trade offers every day.
You're using your words properly.
This guy.
And then he has the Chargers. So Vinny has
A different-
on paper an easy schedule. On paper, you have 3 bottom teams.
essentially, yeah.
Yo, the
Just-
Bucks.
The
The
Bucks
Bucks-
have a nightmare schedule.
The Bucks will go
Again.
0-6.
It's playing the Falcons is a mismatch nightmare with Dusty. It's a
Yeah.
mismatch nightmare.
They could be 0-6.
Yeah, we by the grace of God went 2-1 last.
Because Dusty could definitely take care of Gary in a sense.
Let me see here. This other schedule.
He can try to hide
Who's
it.
the other
where
team that's 0-3? The Rams.
The Rams are 1-3, but the Rams I think are a good 0-3.
Yeah, they essentially.
All right.
lost
So
what,
what? So
4-3?
the toilet bowl. The Jags and the Rams are going to play each other at 11:45. So if both of those teams are winless, one of them are going to come out with a win or a tie.
I think the Rams
Actually.
win.
The Rams beat the Jags.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's gonna be Lulu game. Fresh. He's not
Jaguars-
tired. It's gonna be now. We'll see.
I think
Like I said, if Drew is
It
good,
is possible that we could have 2 0-6 teams.
Yeah.
And this is what's cool about the interconference.
Yes.
Because it means that some teams don't play each other. We could have the Jags. I don't think the Rams go 0-6.
I don't think so either.
I think the Rams are there.
I think Lulu's too good, personally.
The Rams already
Now,
have a
don't get me
win.
wrong.
We're talking out of our ass. The Rams have a win.
Okay.
Yeah, they do.
So I'm talking about the Saints, Jaguars, and Buccaneers.
Correct.
I think the Jaguars can go 0-6. I think the Buccaneers can go 0-6. And let me look at the Saints schedule.
The
They
Saints
play- I know
have
they
a
play me.
favorable schedule.
They play me.
The Saints, Oilers, they can win that game.
They can win the Broncos game and they can win the
Thank you.
Chargers game. They can win it. I'm not saying
No,
they will.
I mean anybody could win a game. Look
Yeah.
at me, Devin.
Wow, we could have 2 0-6 teams.
Yeah.
Wow, in the same conference. I
In
don't
the
think that's
same
ever.
conference.
I don't think that's ever
That
happened.
was the weak conference.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
That's what they called us.
The weak conference. Yep.
Okay, so Dud. So we're gonna go with Dud, Freddie. I don't know, man.
Such a
I'm
nice
not-
guy to go get, but I just think
No,
that he's
no,
getting
no.
a new receiver as his number one.
Dud or stud is not personal.
That is, that essentially for a quarterback, your number one receiver is a brand new receiver you've never played with.
I'm trying to look because
As
my
a QB.
All right, so I'm gonna say Drew's gonna get. Drew's gonna
another
get.
who did
Dud.
who did they get for Alex? Sorry, the Ravens.
for
Who they get for Flacco?
They got Jerry.
They got Jerry.
But Jerry's playing.
Oh no, Jerry had to drop again.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh my god, yeah, Jerry has to drop again.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's.
So they don't even. And
Salute.
Steady,
Thank you for your
Steady's
service,
injured.
brother.
Thank you for your service.
Steady might.
They
drop
called
too.
him up, huh?
I think he got called in, and Steady might be replaced too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steady's hurt.
This team might be
Well,
like
Yeah.
picking stuff apart right now.
Yeah.
I'm
Let's see
not,
who they
I'm not
pick up.
sure. Yeah, I'm not sure who they picked up for.
Let's see.
Jerry.
It could be Freddie, but I'm gonna go. Drew's gonna be Dud with a Tronky possible Dud again.
wow.
Tronky has a tough schedule, but
But I
can't
think
see
you
him
know what?
doing
I'm
it.
gonna take that back because Tronky's gonna put up better numbers. I think
think
he
so.
loses I think he loses because
I think
of his
it's
defense.
I think it's a pretty win.
I think it's his defense.
like a 9 to 12.
So the Bucks might get dud as a whole.
So you're gonna make a whole team dud of the week?
Always
He's done
that. I've done it before.
He's done it to the Bucks.
Yeah, I've done it before. Yeah, I've done it before.
Fresh.
So the Bucks might be they're on the
Hey,
radar.
to be fair, Tronky has a good
I know you're a
reasons.
Tronky
Listen,
lover.
Listen, I am 110%, but that's not the point.
What's that?
The point is you went out of your way to create a whole battleship last season
Uh-huh.
with the whole Bucks team.
Yep.
That was probably the best dud of the week.
Was it the Texans? It was the Texans.
No, don't worry about me. That was a classroom one, I think.
Oh, that was a classroom one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the
Oh, when
Bucks.
you
Right?
got dud of the week,
The
right?
Bucks got the battleship.
They got the battleship.
Oh,
yeah,
I've been
that's
dud.
right.
I've been.
Yeah, I saw that. I
100%.
only saw it once.
He's been dud of the week too.
Yeah. Twice.
Yeah.
And I've been stud.
And he's been stud.
There
I
you
haven't
go.
been stud yet,
Yeah.
but that's because Andy doesn't want me to be.
Oh God, stop.
I was the leading point getter for 3 straight weeks, and I didn't
Wow.
get it. I
And
didn't even
never
get an
once?
honorable mention.
Wow, that's
That's
crazy.
not true.
It's because it's what's expected of you. That's why.
Is
There
that
you
what it
go.
is? Oh,
For
well,
real?
I take it back
They
then.
have
For real?
you
110%.
Oh man.
such high knowledge.
I had, before the downfall of the Texans, I was lighting it up.
Really?
On Dundee. Yeah. Look it up.
I'm
I
sure I
was
give you an
number
honorable
one.
mention. No,
Never, bro.
never.
Never.
Oh man, sorry.
I got it in the chat, like in the comments.
Yeah.
No, in the comments,
Oh,
like
the
by
com-
people.
Oh, by people.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Who makes
It's
the
okay.
schedules though?
I think they're
Andres.
Andres.
ChatGPT.
Yeah, ChatGPT.
I just, I have 3 winnable games, but then that when it counts in weeks 3, 4, and 5, I'm gonna be playing some pretty difficult teams.
So you got to try to win them now.
Yeah, my first week, my second weekend, second weekend.
Welcome, Rook.
There's
to
your
the league.
shots.
Well, gentlemen, I got nothing else to talk about. I've talked about enough of these scrubs.
Yeah.
I've had enough. I want to thank you for coming on the show.
Always
You've been a
pleasure.
great
Dog.
guest.
Appreciate
Wish you
that.
luck. Hopefully you don't go 0-3 because then we're gonna fucking destroy you.
I
Mish.
hope.
And you
Not.
better get the job done.
Yeah. I
Had a
will.
good week last week.
I will.
You fought it out. Hopefully you
Yeah.
don't go 0-3 this week.
Let's hope not. I got a tough schedule.
Hopefully you go 3-0 so I can make you stud.
I got 2
There we
goats.
go.
Because now I'm gonna be looking for it because I feel bad.
If I go 3-0, can I? I'll
You're a rookie.
no respect for the rook.
Nah, just kidding, man. If you put up the
Yeah,
stats,
hey,
if you
the
put up,
stats
if
are there.
the stats
Nah.
are there, you go 3-0, you're gonna get a look.
Now, to be fair,
There
I think
you
a lot of people were lighting up last.
Yeah,
To be honest,
I really look. I had this debate with Andres. Like I think was Gianni or Genesis
Genesis
had
lit it up.
lit it up. Had a
Oh my
fantastic,
God.
Yeah, he
and
did.
it's great,
Stat-wise.
amazing. But I think going 3-0 as a quarterback in this league is the hardest thing to do,
100%.
and I put a lot of value into that. So if you go 3-0 and your numbers are there,
Yeah.
you're gonna get a stud from me
Yeah, I think
because I know how hard it is to play that position.
Jen was in the on the
Yeah.
Rams, right?
yeah.
Yes.
That's why you went
Yeah.
1 and 2. That's why.
Yeah, and you went 1 and 2. Like it's hard for me to give you a stud.
He had like 3 pick sixes.
I know
Or 2
it's
or 3
disgusting.
picks.
At Rusher though, right?
And I kind of
He plays like middle rush. He does everything. He's a little Swiss Army
Andres
Yeah.
pointed it out to me because I saw the stats. He pointed it out to me. I didn't even have him in the honorable mention,
knife. You did.
and I put him after because Andres pointed it out to me, and I'm like, and he goes, I think he deserves it. I go, I agree. His numbers are ridiculous, but 1 and 2, I can't give you that. I can't give you the stud when you have a quarterback that threw 12 touchdowns and
Yeah.
went 3-0 and played out of his mind when everybody was doubting his team.
100%.
You know?
Chris D deserved.
You
think so?
Johan had better numbers. So.
Joe had threw every touchdown. for
Yeah,
his team.
he threw every
Everything.
touchdown.
Everything.
And dominated.
And his completion percentage was there too.
Yeah.
Essentially.
I don't know.
Alright.
Chris D played out of his mind.
He did, yeah. We'll see. Let's do it again.
Yeah.
And he played some wounded teams too that didn't have certain players. So
Is that okay?
yeah. So let's see what happens.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you guys. Another episode of Beyond the Scrubs. See ya.
Hanging on love from me, hanging on the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to